So we're here this evening to pay tribute to 3 former regents, all of whom I am tremendously sorry to see leave our ranks. We could not be where we are without them and without their efforts and without their ideas and without their contributions to our organization and to the state of Arizona. I'm going to start with Kate, and we're extraordinarily fortunate to have her serve with us even for the very short time that she was with us. I went to her induction and it was tremendously caring. One of the things that struck me was one of her former partners, longtime friends, said during their interview, they were asked, if somebody had something bad to say about Kate, what would it be? And she said, frankly, she was stumped. Nobody has anything bad to say about Kate. And I have to say that that is absolutely true from the time that I got to spend with her as a regent. She is thoughtful, caring, calm, and I am thrilled that the state of Arizona now has her sitting on the Supreme Court. I think we are very, very fortunate to have that, and the state will be very well served.
Regent King was a fantastic regent. We didn't get to work with her for very long. And during a very difficult period. She was a regent during the pandemic, and I think it was several months from her appointment till I finally got to meet her in person. But I always just really appreciated the time she spent with us, and she always came prepared and had thoughtful insights on what we were working on. We miss her deeply. I can't tell you how many projects or thoughts or issues have come up since she left where we think, wow, I wish Regent King were still here. She would be great at this issue. So Regent King, thank you. Thank you for your time at the board. And while I'm so sorry that you've moved on, I am so excited to have you in my life and in my children's lives for many, many years to come as a Supreme Court Justice.
Kathryn and I got to be good friends by serving on the board. Really, really enjoy her company. She is extraordinarily smart, very, very savvy, and her expertise in real estate was very valuable to the board when she came on. The universities have a tremendous amount of real estate in land, in buildings, and her expertise was very needed. But I think, if I were to guess, she's most proud of really helping the board move forward in the arena of civil discourse and civic education. Kathryn was instrumental in the establishment of the Regents Cup. It is a great program that encourages students to learn about debate and civil discourse, hopefully to encourage them to use that in their further experiences and careers.
What to say about Regent Karrin Taylor Robson? Honestly, I'm so angry with her for leaving us that it's hard for me to talk about it. We had great plans for Regent Karrin Taylor Robson. We need you, Regent Taylor Robson. But I know you're needed where you're at as well. Thank you so much for your service, your leadership, your kindness, your grace, your thoughtfulness and insight. I enjoyed working with you so much. So thank you for your time as a regent, and best of luck in all that you do, and look forward to working with you in many different ways into the future. So thank you.
Bill Ridenour, I hardly know where to begin. Bill will always tell you the story of coming from the single room schoolhouse with one teacher teaching grades K through 8 in Oatman, Arizona. He is the ultimate Arizonan. He is the ultimate Wildcat. But it's not just a commitment to the U of A, it's a commitment to the state of Arizona. He saw the impact that an education could make on somebody's life through his own experiences. And I think that made him very aware and very considerate of the challenges that face so many of our students in accessing and completing their degrees. It's a sad thing to see him leave the board. My guess is that we will continue to hear from him, and welcome his opinions and his thoughts.
Regent Ridenour is a great man. Don't let any of his aw shucks, rural Arizona, grew up in a small town stuff fool you. He is a great man. His intellect, his determination, his wisdom. We have a saying in the office: never bet against Regent Ridenour. He has his ways to get things done, and the things he's been able to do as a regent have benefited the universities in our system and changed the way we do things in higher education. Regent Ridenour, thank you for everything. Appreciate your friendship, your mentorship, your leadership. Everything you've done for the board. Like I said, you've been great, and I will miss you.
Kate, I'm so proud of you for everything that you've accomplished. And the Board of Regents is certainly on that list. You worked tirelessly many nights and many weekends in service to our state. And I couldn't be prouder as a husband and as a person for everything that you've done, not only for our family, but for the state of Arizona. I love you and congratulations.
I'm so proud of you, Mom. You worked so hard for the United States and the state of Arizona. Thank you for being a very, very organized mom. And you're very smart. Every time I come home, you always have a smile on your face. You're the best mom of the United States. I can't believe I have you as my mom. I really did get lucky.
Many of you here tonight are aware of Kate's academic and professional accomplishments as well as her community involvement. Certainly, I'm very proud of her service on the Board of Regents. But in addition to those accomplishments, people should know another dimension of who Kate is. Kate never ever ceases to surprise our family. And I want to say that all started at a time well before her birth. We were told to go home and expect a boy. That was one of her first surprises. She continued those throughout her life. One of her more recent surprises was telling us that her name was in contention for a seat on the Arizona Supreme Court. Kate, sometimes in a moment of levity, I call you my honor. That's because it genuinely is my honor to be able to call you my daughter.
I want to thank Kate Hackett for everything she's done for the university system. I knew Kate's parents when they first came to town, and a number of years later, her dad called me and he asked me if I would allow Kate to work on my campaign. And I said, sure, I mean, you can always use extra hands on a campaign. And she brought so much spirit and energy into our campaign office. She was terrific. We became good friends then. I have followed her and supported her ever since. And I'm just very proud of everything she's done and everything she's going to do.
What stands out about Kate King is her integrity, her work ethic, and her intellect. And we were so lucky to have her as part of our team in the governor's office. We were really sad when she left, although we were excited for her. And so then to have the opportunity to work with her again in this role here at the Regents when the governor appointed her to the board, and we couldn't think of anyone better who could represent the universities, who could advocate for higher education. And I think she really brought a unique set of skills to the job and really brought some new diversity to the board.
I've known Karen for a long time, almost all of her life, and she has never, ever disappointed me. She has really stepped up, a graduate of the university system here in Arizona, and then out into the community, practicing lawyer and doing development and real estate. Karen, as a regent of the great state of Arizona, always was very hands-on in making decisions based on the fact that she wanted everybody to get a good education and to make a difference in people's lives. And so that was always on the top of her list, and she did. She made a big difference in the state of Arizona.
You know, Kathryn Taylor Robson has been a person I've admired for decades. She's just a superstar from the time that she was student body president at ASU to her leadership as a member of the Board of Regents. No one cares more about academic excellence in Arizona. Congratulations and thank you, Kathryn, for your leadership as a member of the Board of Regents.
Karen and I have been colleagues at D&B, and I've known her for the last 15 years. As a matter of fact, the day that she heard that she was going to be on the Board of Regents, I was having lunch with her, so I was one of the very first people that heard the good news. Karen was honored, she was humbled, she was proud, but most importantly, she was very excited about this new role. Karen, as I know her, and as you all know her, as Regent Taylor Robson, has a background in business, law, land use, and development, and has uniquely positioned her to serve as a regent and as chair of the board's Business, Finance, and Capital Resources Committee. She's also served many other roles in that capacity, but one that resonates with me most is her role as a visionary behind the Regents Cup.
Well, I well remember the day that Regent Taylor Robson met with me to discuss the concept of the Regents Cup. And it was such a brilliant and much needed program. I left that meeting and went straight to Justice O'Connor. And I had a binder with me that described the Regents Cup and its components. And the Justice perused the binder, and she was so pleased with the concept, the essence of civil discourse being taught at the university level throughout Arizona. So I want to commend Regent Taylor Robson. I want to thank her personally.
When I think about Karen, I think about her passion and her energy. She has passion and energy for her faith, for her family, for her state, her country, and yes, education. Seems like as far back as I can remember at various family gatherings over the years, so it seems like education's always got a little bit of time allotted to it during family conversations. And so I know it's been a part of you for a long time, Karen. So for all the passion and energy that you bring to the table, for all those things that are near and dear to you that make the world a better place, thank you very much.
Well, I've been asked to talk on Bill Ridenour, and he's been a real special guy in my life. I had heard that there were 2 vacancies at the Board of Regents. So I called Mrs. Brewer, and I went and met with him and said, I have the perfect candidate for the Board of Regents, and you'll never find anyone as good or better. He's an incredible guy. He has a big heart. He loves Arizona with every depth of it. He has tremendous respect for others. I trust him, and I think everyone else. And so my vote is Regent for life, Billy.
Bill has extremely wonderful qualities. He's upstanding, he's confident, he's knowledgeable, and he shares. And he wants everybody to be successful. And those are the things that we find so essential when we appoint anybody to the board. Bill, it has been a privilege to accomplish and work with you throughout the many years that we've been able to do that. But more than that, I have been so proud to call you a friend. The difference that you have made in the great state of Arizona is amazing. And without you, the state, again, would not be what it is today.
As most of you know, he's been a stalwart of education. He's a 4th generation Arizonan. Many of you may not know that he spent years in school at Oatman and Kingman. For 8 years, he attended a 1-room schoolhouse with 1 teacher. What are the odds that an individual with that background would go to the University of Arizona, get a bachelor's degree, a law degree, and end up as chairman of the Board of Regents? I think only in America can something like that happen. It's been my pleasure and honor to know Bill for all these years. And I would like to honor that teacher, whoever that teacher was, in that one-room schoolhouse for 8 years. She did one heck of a good job. And having somebody like Bill Ridenour rise to the level he did and serve our community. We need more people like Bill Ridenour.
Bill Ridenour and I arrived at the University of Arizona campus in the fall of 1962. We both went into the Greek system. We were in the Student Senate together. And in our senior year, he was awarded the Freeman Medal for the most outstanding male student. I was awarded the Freeman Medal for the most outstanding female student. And so that resulted in our co-chairing the 50th reunion together, and that was a lot of fun. Of course, in the intervening years, we have worked together a great deal. I am so proud of you, Bill, for everything you've accomplished. You've done so much for the university system, and I thank you for all your service.
On behalf of the University of Arizona Foundation, current and past board members, alumni, donors, and friends, thank you for your lifetime of service. Service is and has been the hallmark of your outstanding career. As a student, you were active and led our student body government. As a Bobcat, you lived the motto, eternally vigilant. Your service did not end upon graduating twice from the University of Arizona. Your ultimate service to the state and to the U of A came in March of 2014 when you were asked to serve on the Arizona Board of Regents. Without any hesitation, you said yes, and your impact was immediate. Bill, as a regent, I know you care deeply for all our great universities, but the UA is and always will be closest to your heart. You are a Wildcat for life, and we are eternally grateful for that fact. On a personal note, I want to thank you for your friendship, your wise counsel, and all the support you've given me these past 6 years. I am eternally grateful for everything you've done for me, and you've made a difference in my life.
I love you, Grandpa.
Grandpa has truly taught me how to get out of my shell and show who I can be as a person. Really showed me my true potential as a man.
Yeah, we love Grandpa so much. He's done so much for us as a family. He's been there through our entire lives. He's really had an impact on us.
You know, when I was 1, he taught me how to read. It hasn't stuck around so much now, but I hope wherever you are out there, you're truly an inspiration to me. I hope to live up to your standards. Love you very much, Grandpa.
Yeah, we really hope to make you proud. You've done so much for this community. You've done so much for everybody around you.
Thank you for everything, Grandpa.
Yeah, we love you.
We love you, Grandpa.
3 regents leaving at the same time. I don't know what that means. I guess, maybe some end up on the Supreme Court. Maybe some run for governor. Maybe some go back to ranching cattle in Northwest Arizona as they move into their later years. It's unusual, 3 at once. So we have Bill and Kate and Kathryn. It's been a real pleasure to work with all of you. It's been an honor to work with all of you. Each of you have been deeply committed to the success of Arizona, the people of Arizona. Bill, a 5th generation Arizonan. Bill, you've been fantastic. You've been deeply committed to ASU, even though you were completely trained in all things Wildcat. You have been open-minded, you've been engaged, you've been powerful, you've been everything that we've needed. And then Kate, even though you went to Duke and then U of A Law School, you and I had a number of conversations. In those conversations and your efforts, your focus on the building up of the next generation, the purpose of the university, the success of the university, I really appreciated all of your inputs, everything that you were able to do. And now it's so exciting, as you and I have talked about, for you to be on the Arizona Supreme Court and bring fresh looks and fresh views and to that very, very important body. And then Kathryn, you've run off now and you're running for governor. You've been so deeply committed to higher education from your role as a student government leader at ASU, to your role as a community leader, to a builder of the community, to a person deeply committed to the success and the modernization of Arizona, the economic success of Arizona, all those things. And then you and I have had frank conversations about really complicated things, and I just appreciate your straightforwardness, the way in which you engage, the way in which you are committed to the state and its future. I just appreciate all of that. Just want to give you my good wishes for what lies ahead. And remember one thing, all former regents are on call 24 hours a day to all university presidents, so I appreciate that also. So thank you.
Regent Taylor Robson really caught my attention as I was interviewing for the NAU presidency with her pointed questions about freedom of speech on campus. This is an important topic, inasmuch protecting academic freedom and creating the conditions for spirited yet respectful discourse on campus is a fundamental responsibility for academic leaders. That is why I am proud that this spring, NAU will host the Regents Cup, an event that she created and that celebrates and showcases free speech and the free exchange of ideas among our talented students at our 3 state universities. So, Regent Taylor Robson, as you move on to your next adventure in public life, your legacy as a regent and passion for the First Amendment will live on through this new tradition for our universities. Thank you for your legacy. Regent Ridenour is a true Arizonan who willingly shares his vast knowledge of the history of our great state and has a great presence as an influencer and leader in our statewide communities. He might wear his Wildcat pride on his sleeve at times, but his appreciation for NAU and the students we serve has been evident in his values of the rural life that Arizona offers. Regent Ridenour is a tremendous legal mind, but his greatest counsel to me has been the lens with which he always looks at the situation from the human perspective, most concerned about the impact decisions will have on our students. I am grateful to have had the opportunity to learn from him during my short time here at NAU and wish him nothing but the best in his future endeavors. Thank you for your service to our universities and to the great state of Arizona. Regent King has always showed interest in NAU. Her background in employment law brought immediate appreciation of what it takes to run a people-based business with a customer-focused organization. These values are central to NAU's student-first mission. Regent King, once I arrived, immediately understood our priorities of a work environment that meets the needs of our employees, and her insights were much appreciated by me as I onboarded into my presidency. I wish I had had more time with her, but I value the fact that her impressive background continues to move her to where her services are most needed. Regent King, I want to extend my sincere congratulations on your much-deserved appointment to the Arizona Supreme Court. Thank you, Your Honor.
Regent Ridenour, Regent Taylor Robson, and Justice King, thank you all so much for everything you've done during your term on the Arizona Board of Regents. I am so grateful for what the 3 of you have done for higher education, for the University of Arizona, and for me personally. Regent Ridenour, ever since you were the co-chair of the search committee that ultimately led to me becoming the president of the University of Arizona, I have been so grateful for your guidance and insight into the culture of the university and all things U of A. You have created an enduring legacy during your time on the Arizona Board of Regents, and I really appreciate everything you've done for our great university and for me personally. Regent Taylor Robson, thank you for what you've done for our students during your time on the board. The Regents Cup is an incredible opportunity for students and our universities, and it's been a pleasure to experience the event and see firsthand how engaged our students are. I've always been impressed with your commitment to the importance of students having a solid background in civics, ethics, and freedom of speech. Justice King, I'd like to once again congratulate you on your appointment to the Arizona Supreme Court. I know that you will bring the same dedication to Arizona's Supreme Court as you did to Arizona's public universities. And of course, I am so glad to see a Wildcat in such an important role. Thank you again for your keen eye and advice on labor law and contracts, as well as your genuine and caring focus on the well-being of students. Best wishes on the next stage of your life. It has been an honor to work with the 3 of you, and I have always benefited from your expertise and experience. Thank you again for all that you have done for Arizona, our 3 public universities, and for higher education as a whole. I know this is work that is not compensated, is very difficult, it's long, it's stressful, but it is out of a place of true servant leadership that the 3 of you have been shining examples of what it is to be a regent. So on behalf of all of the faculty, staff, and the hundreds of thousands of students that you've affected by your service on the board, and for me personally, thank you again for everything you've done. Best wishes and bear down.